Want to learn more Korean? Come visit talktomeinkorean.com to find the best Korean lessons for you.
So before I explain what Moseub is and what it does, well, let's practice saying Moseub a few times. Moseub, Moseub. It's not Moseub, Moseub. And if you're ready to learn more about Moseub, this word, this is a very common question that we get on Twitter. Let's move to the whiteboard. So Moseub can be translated into many English words or phrases, or sometimes it can be omitted in translation just altogether, so maybe it's tricky to understand. So Moseub can be translated into several different ways. One way to do that is to translate it as figure or form, and another way to describe it is the way you are acting right now, or someone is acting, or something is acting in a way, and the way something is seen, something that you can see. You are basically describing what it looks like, okay? And then it can also have the meaning of trace in certain set phrases. But mainly, these are the two meanings that Moseub can take in most Korean sentences, and we're going to have a look at some sample sentences. Before we do that, these are some actual song lyrics that I took from various songs, 4 different songs, and these are really like the song lines that you will hear in K-pop songs. 그 모습을 아직도 못 잊어 거울 속에 혼자 서 있는 모습이 낯설어 마지막 모습이 그리워 그 모습을 그가 참 좋아해. All of these sentences, with all of these sentences, you can have a hard time trying to translate them. And you will, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to better understand what Moseub actually does in a sentence. So we'll get back to these sentences a little later on this lesson, but first let's go back to the basics. So Moseub can, well, when you say Moseub, it can be either very casual, very everyday usage or it can be more poetic like song lyrics. So first, more casual usage. You can put the verb stem and then add ni은 or 는 and then say 모습, such as 웃는 모습, 자는 모습, 걷는 모습, 우는 모습. So these are all from the verbs 웃다, 자다, 걷다, 울다. So 웃다 is to laugh or to smile, 자다 is to sleep, 걷다 is to walk, and 울다, it's an irregular form. So you don't say 울는 모습, you say 우는 모습. The real is dropped. It means to cry. So when you say 웃는 모습, in English you would just more naturally say someone's laughter, someone's smile, or more specifically, more literally, you can translate that as the way someone laughs. 자는 모습, the way someone sleeps. That's the way you sleep, the way someone is sleeping. 걷는 모습, the way someone is walking, the manner in which someone is walking. So you get the idea. When you look at someone, something happening, it doesn't have to be a person, it doesn't have to be a living thing. It can be maybe the office, or it can be inanimate objects too. So 웃는 모습, 자는 모습, 걷는 모습, 우는 모습. The way someone is doing something or something is happening. Okay? So that is one way you can use 모습. Another way is, more simply, you can put some modifiers, commonly used modifiers, before 모습, such as 내 모습, my 모습. So my 모습 here, 내 모습 can be translated into my appearance or my figure, the way I look at a certain moment. 그 모습, that kind of appearance or the way that something is happening in that moment, in that manner. So when you have this kind of phrase, it is really difficult to translate into one specific English phrase or any other language. And 이런 모습, this kind of 모습, what does it mean? Someone acting in this manner, someone acting in this way is 이런 모습. And 뒷모습, it has become one word together, 뒤 plus 모습. 뒷모습 is someone's appearance from behind, okay? So that is another type of usage. And let's look at 모습 being used in sentences. These are sentences using 이런 and the shorter versions of something else plus 모습. So 이런 모습 처음이에요. You can be saying this referring to how someone is acting in that moment. 이런 모습 처음이에요. I've never seen you act like this is one possible translation. I've never seen him or I've never seen her act like that or act like this. 이런 모습 처음이에요. Of course, if you were a little bit farther away from the person acting in that certain manner, maybe you can say 저런 모습 처음이에요. So, if you've never seen someone acting in this manner, you can say this. 이런 모습 처음이에요. But you can't really translate 모습 to one single English word, right? And then similarly, 이런 모습 보여서 미안해요. You can be apologizing for acting in a certain way. 이런 모습, this kind of 모습 보여서 미안해요. Sorry for showing this kind of 모습. Sorry for having acted this way. Maybe you got angry at someone, you snapped at someone, and you normally don't do that, and you are a little bit embarrassed about acting or having acted in that way. And then you can say, 이런 모습 보여서 미안해요. You are maybe frustrated and you wanted to win a contest and you didn't, and then you think that people around you are disappointed in you, and then you can say maybe this in that scenario as well. 이런 모습 보여서 미안해요. Oh, I didn't write it here, but I just thought of another sentence. A lot of K-pop artists, actors and actresses, they often say 더 좋은 모습 보여드리겠습니다. So 더 좋은, they say better 모습, 더 좋은 모습 보여드리겠습니다. It can be translated literally as I will try to look better, but that's not what they mean. They say 더 좋은 모습 보여드리겠습니다. Again, 더 좋은 모습 보여드리겠습니다. To mean I will show you better acting, better singing, better everything. Okay, so 모습 is a quite comprehensive term. And this one, 뒷모습이 슬퍼 보여요. It can be about you, it can be about him or her. 뒷모습이 슬퍼 보여, or them. They look so sad from behind. Okay? And some more sentences, a little longer ones. So 그 사람이 화내는 모습은 처음 봐요. So I'm seeing for the first time 그 사람이 화내는 모습. So in English you would say I am seeing for the first time him being angry, or also similarly I've never seen him getting angry before. So 그 사람이 화내는 모습. This is a big modifying phrase for 모습. All right? And 아기가 웃는 모습을 보고 기분이 좋아졌어요. After seeing the baby smile or laugh, I felt better. So 아기가 웃는 모습. So what kind of 모습? The way the baby laughed, or the way the baby smiled. Okay? And 모습 can be also used in some set phrases to mean trace. So 모습을 감추다 is to hide, 감추다. So 모습을 감추다, you are hiding your appearance. So it can mean to disappear. So 그 사람은 모습을 감췄어요. You can often see this in novels and in descriptions of certain incidents. So 그 사람은 모습을 감췄어요. He disappeared. And then it can be used in the opposite expression. 모습을 드러내다. 드러내다 is to show. So when you show your 모습, you appear. So 그 사람이 드디어, finally, at last, 모습을 드러냈어요. He appeared finally. Okay, he showed up finally. All right, and then one more. You can say 모습이 보이지 않다. This is more formal. To be nowhere to be found. So you can see sentences like 가게로 찾아갔지만 그 사람의 모습은 보이지 않았어요. I went to his store or restaurant, but he was nowhere to be found. 그 사람의 모습은 보이지 않았어요. So in the three examples that I just showed you, 모습 can be used as trace. All right? Let's move back to the song lyrics that I showed you earlier. Now, since you have more information about 모습, I believe you can better understand these song lyrics. So, 그 모습을 아직도 못 잊어. I still can't 잊어. Forget about 그 모습. It can be how lovely she was, or how awesome someone was, or how happy someone looked. It's a very vague term. 그 모습을 아직도 못 잊어, and it can be decided. What it is can be decided by the preceding words. And then 거울 속에 혼자 서 있는 모습이 낯설어. 낯설어 is unfamiliar. So what this phrase is saying is me standing alone in the mirror is unfamiliar to me. So I used to be with you, but now I'm alone, that kind of situation. So 혼자 서 있는 모습, the way I am standing all by myself. And 마지막 모습이 그리워, your last 모습. So the last time I saw you, the image of you, saying goodbye to me and leaving me, that's 마지막 모습. And 그 모습을 그가 참 좋아해. In this song, the singer, she is describing how whenever she's happy or laughing or smiling, he likes what he sees. So 그 모습을 그가 참 좋아해. So that's it for this episode of Korean Q&A. I hope you have a better understanding of the Korean word Moseub. So many people have asked us what Moseub is, and we have actually answered on Twitter a few times, but we never really made a full video lesson about it. So this is it. And if you have friends who are wondering about the word Moseub, please share this video with your friends. And for more Korean learning material, please visit talktomeinkorean.com, and I will see you there. 감사합니다. Bye bye.